to the second accurate. I'd like to call this meeting to order at 6:30. Thank you everyone for coming in attendance. The first thing we do is entertain any public comment, welcome any public comment from any people that are attending the meeting in person or that have sent Jennifer any correspondence. Jennifer, do we have any public comment for today?
No.
All right, so moving on to the next item on the agenda is the introduction of the new board members. First, want to take 1 second to thank the exiting board members, Sarah Eddy, Jillian Arizipe, and Madison Gramling. We thank them for their time volunteering on the board. And I would like to welcome our outstanding new board members, Holly Hayes, Jessica Sargis, and Megan Conrad.
Yes.
All right. How you want to give us a? Well, should we get? My name is Matt Robertson. We'll just go around the table real quick. I'm the exiting chairperson. I've been on the library board for about 5 years. I love reading. I'm a published author for Dungeons & Dragons Adventure Modules, and I work for Goodman Games, a gaming company.
I'm Jocelyn Frankie. This is my second year on the advisory council. I also love reading. I read like 200 books a year, and I work for an education research company.
I'm Holly Hayes, brand new on the board. I'm happy to be here. Also love to read, I love libraries. I love just being in libraries. And let's see, I've lived in Pflugerville since 2016, and I work as a proposal manager for an environmental engineering firm.
Sean Mann, second year also on the board. What if I didn't love to read? That'd be embarrassing. I work at a software company as a software developer or manager of software developer, so even more boring than that. But yeah, I love libraries, grew up in libraries. So.
I'm Jess Sargis, my very first board meeting. I'm very happy to be here. I've been a lawyer for over 23 years. For the past year, I've run my own speaking and workshop company, teaching people about self-leadership and personal development and high-performing teams. I've got my first book that I just gave to the publishers, the first draft on Christmas Eve, so that will be coming out this year. And I'm here because I love libraries. I think they are the important heart of our society. So I'm here to help support and protect it.
I'm Megan. I have 5 kiddos. Youngest is 2, oldest is about to be 16. The library was my second home growing up. So like when I learned there was a library board, it was just common sense that, hey, this is what I'm going to be doing. This is my first time being on a board of any kind. I know nothing about how boards are run or really anything to do with the city, and I wanted to fix that because I love this city. I've met some of the most amazing people here, and I want to make it better. So I figure library is, like she said, it's the heart of the city. My kids come here all the time. And yeah, just hoping to make this library as amazing as I know. I want more people to know how amazing this library is.
All right. Well, we'll get to the other introductions because everybody has a chance to speak except for Daniel. You want to go?
Oh, sure. I'm Daniel. I'm the assistant director here at the library, and I also do the minutes for the board meetings. You'll see me scribbling as y'all talk. So.
Do you love to read?
Yeah, of course. that's a given.
And then everybody else can introduce themselves when it's their turn.
My name is Kim Reese, and I'm actually not on the board, but I'm here representing the Friends of the Library, which is a nonprofit that raises funds to support library programs. So I'll be presenting our report tonight. I hate to read. All I ever do is look at TikTok. But I have nevertheless been a long-term volunteer at the library for several years, for decades at this point, actually. So.
Oh, yes, we're all.
All right, well, we'll get to you guys on your turn. All right, cool. But I did miss the approval of the meeting minutes from last month. So if you guys want to look over the meeting minutes real quick, if anybody has any questions or comments or changes or anything like that, I did have one question. I noticed Oscar isn't here today and he wasn't here at the last meeting. Have you heard from him at all?
I have not. I heard from him for the last one. He wasn't able to make it, but hopefully.
Did he make the one before last one?
He did.
Okay. All
I
right.
think he has trouble getting here from work,
Okay.
but maybe since we changed the meeting time, easier.
So we might want to reach out to him to make sure he doesn't miss a third one. And then,
I just had a question, and maybe it's just because I'm wrapping my head around the fiscal year, but I was curious about the December 2026 number and fiscal year 2026 year to date. Is that-
Yeah, so our fiscal year runs October 1st through September 30th. So in the director's report that I do for the board, it's just going to be the previous month stats, and then this other one that has another date on it. Matt had asked that I include a full summary of the stats from last year in comparison to the previous year. So that's what this one
Good.
is.
So December 2025 on the calendar is December 2026 on the fiscal calendar?
No, it's December 2025.
Okay,
So this would have been last month's stats that we're looking at,
right, but it
Yeah.
says December 2026 on the,
does it?
yes.
Yeah. There's a column for December 25 and then right next to
Oh,
December
it's,
26.
yeah, that's the year to date. So we call our fiscal year 2026.
Okay.
It's weird, I know. The city does that though.
Gotcha. So,
Yeah.
so when I'm reading the column that says December 2026, it's actually on the calendar, it's December 2025, but it's
Yes.
December of the 2026 fiscal year.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
all right, do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
I move to approve the minutes.
And I will second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. Motion carries unanimously. And now, get back on track here. Sorry about jumping the gun there. Now, Kimberly, you have to reintroduce yourself for the Friends of the Library report.
Am I doing the report? I thought we were going to finish, are we done with the introductions?
Well, yeah, I was going to have them introduce themselves on their speaking part.
Okay, all right, so you know who I am, I'm Kimberly, the Friends of the Library, TikTok, etc. I'm going to now read a prepared statement for you, which just says what the Friends have been going on. And then let me pass this around. This is all of our upcoming dates, sale dates. We're excited, we have a sale scheduled for Saturday. We're hoping to get gangbusters attendance for that one too. So good evening, Library Board. I'm Kim Reist, et cetera, et cetera. I'm also the treasurer. I serve on the board of the Friends as the treasurer. Assuming this was not covered as several of you are new, it would probably make sense to explain who we are in case you're not familiar. Although you all did look very familiar when I mentioned my name, the name of the group. Friends of library groups are typically who start our library where there isn't one and ideally hand off operations to a city or county when the system is established. Friends groups continue to support their library past this point by running book sales, supplying volunteers, raising money to support library programs. After 45 years, that is where we are today, a 501c3 nonprofit, all volunteer organization of a couple of hundred members, up to 15 executive board members. The City of Pflugerville's charter has a non-voting advisory slot designated on the library board for the president of the Friends, who's sitting actually over there right now. He's our current president. The Friends report on their activities at the city's library board meetings. Lately, these reports are given by either the treasurer or the president of the organization. Similarly, the Friends has an ex officio non-voting board member position reserved for the library's director, and she in turn reports on library activities. Additionally, a report of library board activities is given by Jennifer or lately by Matt. Okay, some financial information. The Friends have had several solid years of fundraising and have been increasing allocations to the library as a result. This upcoming year, we are committing to a much larger single-year allocation. We basically doubled our total anticipated allocations to the library to help with some of the city budget pullback. We'll be promoting that somewhat to encourage the community to reach a little deeper in support. We're kind of calling it informally that we're trying to bridge the gap. The Friends were able to contribute volunteers to the recent Winterfest event. I did a lot of cocoa that day, served a lot of cocoa, and we'll be putting out the call for assistance to our upcoming used book sale. January 29th is the first book sale of 2026. We're planning 5 of these sales this year and have the dates set and posted. We have one on Saturday. We have one Saturday sale, as I mentioned before, in August, with the rest on Thursdays. We've started our preparations for the Amplify Austin fundraising event early in March. Hopefully you've all heard of that. It's citywide. And have started discussing what our 2026 goals will be. Recently, we've been contacted by some of our neighboring Friends groups, specifically Hutto, City of Hutto, showing some interest in how we've rekindled community interest over the last few years. We're expecting some of their representatives at our next board meeting and are looking forward to future discussions with them on what has brought them success. We really are very similar organizations in terms of size and goals, so we're really looking forward to that. Our next meeting, the first of 2026, will be on Tuesday, January the 20th at 4 p.m. right here in the library. As always, our meetings are open to all Friends members. Thank you for allowing me to give this report. Are there any questions, concerns, or communications you'd like me to relay to the Friends, or questions about our role in general? Okay, I thought that was a very thorough report. Thank you, Erin.
I was struck with an amazing idea when we were talking about connecting with Hutto.
Yeah.
What if we had a Friends of the Library summit here and be the first one to host it?
We actually have, I kind of made it a little bit of a side project last year to reach out to other Friends groups. So I went up to Round Rock and looked at their setup. And I actually, somebody I work with is very active with the Friends in Lockhart. So I really like that idea too. The different groups have very different, they have the same general goals, but they're all in a very different place. It's really interesting, really, really interesting. That's a cool idea.
Maybe at your next
Board meeting, yeah.
Talk about inviting like Georgetown, Hutto, Round Rock,
Yeah.
Austin, and just having like a one-day little, 6 or 8 hour summit with different classes. Maybe introduce the board and what works for them, what doesn't, something like
Wow,
that.
that got a lot bigger like in the last 10 seconds, but I still like the idea. Okay. I really like the idea. I think we'll have to discuss it some more at the next board meeting. Thank you for bringing it up.
We gotta be first though.
I have a
so.
question.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a, are you partnering with the Bookborough for anything?
We haven't. We're talking about, that kind of came out of this discussion with Hutto about some public events. Normally, we've just been doing book sales here at the library, but we want to get more connected into the community and kind of make our brand a little more distinct from the library, because a lot of people don't actually know that we're different from the library.
Yeah.
And I think we had talked about possibly approaching the Bookborough about that. We haven't made any specific plans, though.
Okay.
So, but yeah, we've got some ideas about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the primary or sole way that you raise funds for the library through book sales? Are there other events that you're thinking about having?
Again, yeah, right now we just exist solely on doing book sales here in the library, but we're talking about doing some. Hutto actually only does a couple of book sales. They have much more limitations in terms of space. They do make all their money out in the community. So they had some really cool ideas that we want to try to implement. So yeah, we're planning them. We're thinking about them, but as of yet, we haven't really. It's mostly book sales and memberships, donations. And Giving Tuesday,
which is a pure fundraising event, and
Yeah.
we also do Giving Tuesday through the same platform, which is also a pure fundraising event.
Yeah.
Okay. And did I catch that you're planning on doubling your contribution this
That's
year?
our current goal, is about double.
Okay.
The allocation is a set number, and when we looked at what the shortfall was for the library, it was basically what we had allocated, what we budgeted to allocate again. But we did so great, we were able to give them even more than our budget last year, so we're fairly confident we're going to be able to make it. So.
Okay. What do you have a number on what percentage increase that you need to do this year in order to make that allocation?
Yeah, I should know this because I'm the treasurer. I don't have the exact number, but basically it's about an $8,000 or maybe $8,200 additional dollars that we're going to be trying to give them and raise somehow through sales and through sales and donations and memberships.
Okay.
Yep. So that's the gap we need to bridge.
Are we allowed to volunteer on y'all's, or because we're on the library board and we're already working with you, we can't be volunteers? Okay.
Yeah, I can't imagine there would be a problem. So if you're interested.
Did you mention when the next meeting is, Kimberly?
20th.
Yeah, our first meeting is on it's the third Tuesday of every month.
I think you said it was the 20th.
Yeah, 20th.
20th, thank you.
And so board members are welcome and encouraged to join the Friends of the Library
Yeah,
and attend the meetings as well.
yeah, and Matt's attended several times. It's been
I
great.
had a question as well. Is there ever any grant writing, and would that go through
We have
you
done,
guys? Or
yeah, before my time, we actually did some grant writing and obtained some funds with Greater Austin.
Reading Coalition?
Thank you, yes. And then we did also apply for a grant for a project that the library was doing for board books, but we weren't able to get that grant this past year, yeah.
Yeah, I asked because I have 25-year experience in grant writing and
Oh, that'd be
nonprofit
great.
kind of stuff.
One
so,
of our
yeah.
members, a long-term serving member, has also got experience, but she has not been able to be active in the group because she's got some family issues, and
Oh,
illness
okay.
and such. So, yeah, I mean, if.
Maybe connect with her at some point in the
Yeah, that'd be
future,
great.
or, yeah, private grants, but also government grants. I don't know the history of all those things.
That's great, it's good to know, thank you. Yeah. Anything else?
Oh, and I also wanted to mention that I'm also interested in, or think it's a good idea to talk to or partner with Bookborough in some kind of way.
Yeah.
I'm pretty friendly with the owner, so.
Yeah.
interested in that, yeah.
We actually do talk with
Kelsey?
Kelsey, yeah.
And last book sale, we actually had a bunch of signed books
Oh, nice.
that we weren't going to be able to sell for their proper amount. And we essentially gave them to her and said, if you can generate something, feel free. And, you know, we do have a good relationship with them.
Good, yeah, she's very community-minded, and since it's the only, bookstore or independent bookstore for certain in town.
And they attend many of our events when there's an opportunity for them to set up a table and sell books.
Oh, great. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. We have two student liaisons from Hendrickson High School. They are not here today. I think last meeting, they usually come and report what's going on with school. They had STARS testing coming up and stuff like that. And so they aren't in attendance today. So we'll move on to Tiara. If you would please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, of course. So my name's Tiara, and I'm the marketing and outreach coordinator here at the library. So I work here. It's a full-time role. I work here full-time, but I actually started as a part-timer when I was a teenager. Fun fact, I started when I was 18, and then I worked pretty much throughout undergrad, and then I returned in a full-time role when I graduated from college. And so it lined up perfectly. I got my bachelor's in marketing, and then this job opened up. But yeah, so I do, I'd say like 90% of the social media on that you see, so for Facebook and Instagram. I also got into outreach events in the community, so that can be anything from going to a senior center, to going to like elementary schools, to having like groups come to the library and us give them tours. I actually recently coordinated like a pilot group with the Friends. There's a local senior center recently that was looking to like get out into the community more, so they actually came to a Friends book sale.
Yeah, that's great.
And the Friends actually generated like a free book coupon
Tickets.
for them, so that they could each get a book, and if they wanted to buy extra ones, they could, and they could come and walk around the library afterwards. So
Doing it again at the next sale, too.
we are, yes. So
I
we're
love that.
excited and just building community partnerships and things like that. So that's my job essentially. So feel free to, like, if you ever have any questions about like things to go on social media or any projects or anything like that, just let me know. I'm happy to like take a meeting, or like you can always reach out to me. Matt's reached out to me in the past with a project that I need to poke. But yes, we were working on a mascot for the library, Flash the Firefly. So I'd love to get him debuted this year in 2026. So yeah, I'm happy to take meetings. You can always just reach out to me. I also have, if you look at the statistics in the library director's report, I count how many people I reach with outreach. And so that'll also be reported there as well. Most notably this month, so I saw 115 people, and I think that mostly came from, we have a partnership with Avance, which is a nonprofit in town that reaches out to mothers who, like Spanish-speaking mothers, and like helps them with like education and parenting. Carmen Lazo, who is one of our children's programmers, went out and spoke with them. We also had a tour from a student group on a weekend, which was nice. So lots of things like that, and you'll see how many people we reached through there. So yeah, that's just a basic overview of me. I always come offer reports on what I've been working on, any projects, etc., and happy to answer any questions or offer any insight. But yeah, of course. Oh, I also did have sorry.
It's all right.
I did have a question. Is it time for us do we need to put out a call for a new round of student liaisons? I know they've been on for a year.
I don't know yet because Erin pointed out that our charter specifies one liaison, and several years ago it was changed to, but the charter wasn't changed. So I have to look at that. At the time that it was written, there was only one high school here. So yeah.
Oh, wow. It's been a hot minute.
It's been a little while, yeah. So.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to check in on that because I saw it wasn't something I had thought about until I saw them on there, and I was like, I think it's been over a year. I think maybe is it time to make a call?
Well, yeah. Yeah. I'll get more information on when they're going to meet. I don't think we can get it into the latest meeting. It would probably be November before we could really get the charter changed. So, yep.
All right. Does anybody have any questions or comments for Tiara?
How's the mascot going?
It's going well. I need to reach out to. We have a new assistant director. I don't know if I've mentioned this. So we've started having regular meetings. So I'd like to talk to her about getting like an official launch. So
Wait, y'all are getting a mascot?
I
That's so
love
cool.
it.
What is
It's
it gonna
so
be?
Flash the Firefly,
I love it. Okay.
It's PFLE.
triple PS.
Yeah, triple, okay.
That's fantastic.
so
That
we're
was gonna
thinking
be my question, if it was double or triple.
we're gonna launch with a digital, I guess, logo at first, and then we would be interested in doing like a physical mascot, but we'd have to build out like rules, like who's gonna wear the suit. Do we need to get them background checked? Where are they gonna go? Yeah, things like
He's already
that.
provided his measurements.
Yes. So things like that, but that's a long-term goal. I need to reach out to Candace, so I'm glad I came to this and it reminded me.
All right, moving on to the library director's report.
Okay, I'm Jennifer Coffey Griswold. You'll see both Jennifer Coffey and Jennifer Griswold on various things because I can't make up my mind. I have been here, it'll be 20 years in November. I've been the director for, I think it'll be 10 years? I don't know. A while, like a decade, somewhere around there. So yeah, I've been here for a long time. I've seen the library grow and the town grow with it from, a few thousand people to what it is now. And this library grew from 12,000 square feet to 28,000 square feet, and we're already busting at the seams. So yeah, we are hoping, we are part of the facilities master plan. So at some point there will be discussion on an additional service point, whether that is a branch or an expansion, I don't know. But there is thought being put into it at this point, yeah?
Can I ask a question on that vein of thought? So, I'm probably an outlier in this, but have any of y'all visited the Cedar Park Library since they redid it?
I have not. I've been to the Round Rock one since they built
Okay.
that one. And I actually just met with the directors in the surrounding areas. We all get together and complain, like at lunch, once in a while. So I saw her. We spoke. I haven't been down there.
Okay, I was just, so, when I went there, it was almost like a beating entity. Like you could feel when you walk in that they like any group of people is welcome there. And they made I don't know, like, obviously, I'm not saying, hey, let's go do this, but I was just wondering if that had ever been thought of, making it a more, like, I don't want to say family friendly because it's a library, it's always family friendly. But they even had like green space out back where you could theoretically camp or cook. Like, it's just, it was all inclusive, and I did not, it was the first time I'd seen a library like that. And so I was like, this is what I want for Pflugerville. But I obviously understand that's a lot of money, and just wondered if it was something.
It absolutely is something that we think about and talk about. We've talked about rooftop gardens, the whole 9 yards. Nothing is concrete yet, and
Yeah.
it will depend on when they send out a request for qualifications and a request for a proposal after that, to see. Then at that point you get with the architects and you start talking about what you would like. My experience when they expanded this one was they will do stakeholder groups and get feedback from library board, friends of the library, the community on those types of things.
Okay, that's
Exactly what
great.
you're talking about. Yeah, we've talked about partnering with the shelter, the animal shelter. And,
Oh, that's so awesome.
yeah, so.
Y'all
yes.
do a cat reading.
We do,
Yeah.
and we're also pet friendly. So,
Okay.
yeah, we have courtesy leashes at the front. They do need to be on a leash.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay. I didn't know that. I've brought my dogs here before, but I didn't know y'all had leashes.
We
That's
do.
great. Okay.
And it's cut down on the number of pets that get left in cars.
That's great. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So, yeah, we love our animals. But I'm glad you brought that up, because, yeah, when it comes to that point, there's definitely going to be stakeholder meetings. So
Okay. Awesome.
I just don't know when that point is going to be.
A group of us did go to the Cedar Park Library.
Did y'all?
Because we have a former coworker of ours actually
They
works there.
stole my youth librarian.
So she gave us a tour, which was cool. But yeah.
It's the least you can do. We have a lovely youth librarian now, so I'm not going to complain. But yeah, she did. Okay, so the director's report. I don't ordinarily do a full summary of numbers. You can see that for the most part, they're pretty close. I think we were down a little bit in some areas this year and up in others, so.
Which one are you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the summary. What I probably could work in the director's report every month would be upcoming, Matt had suggested highlights from the previous year and then upcoming things for the next month. So this year we had our first Renaissance Festival, and that was amazing, and we had a lot of fun with that. We also had our first literature ball, so you got to come as your favorite character, and it was for adults. We do a lot of things for adults too. We have an adult petting zoo where you don't pet the adults. We have animals that come. But yeah, we'll have like mini horses because who doesn't want to pet a mini horse? We're on our 9th Library Con. That's one of those places that the book borough comes to and sets up a table. I think she was at the literature ball also.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
She was.
Sorry, my mouth is really dry. And we are upcoming in February will be the 18th annual Romance Readers Social. Also for adults.
Is Flutter coming to that?
I'm sorry?
Is Flutter coming to that?
I don't know, but I can find out from, probably, I'll find out from Meg. She is one of our adult programmers, and she does the the romance readers. Okay, other news. Again, we keep a lot of numbers on things because we have to report to a lot of different entities. And I find that as far as circulation goes, it's really just a roll of the dice to see whether e-resources or physical are going to be trending up that month. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. The numbers will change by the end of the year. Right now, for checkouts, we're significantly up from last year. We're up in library visits, et cetera. There will be months where we're lower. It just really depends. Weather has a lot to do with it too. So, all right. Do y'all have any questions about the library report?
What is the collection turnover unit? What is 5.89 and 5 mean?
You have to have so many checkouts per capita. So that's what that number is. Don't ask me for the math because there's a formula I have to look up every single time.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what we do with that.
So that it's checkouts per head count?
Per capita, yeah.
Okay.
It is not per card holder, it's per your community. That's one of the stats we keep for the state library because I am working on that report right now. Every year we report back these things and there are formulas that they give us to do the math because I'm just going to say that libraries are not great at math.
Okay.
We like reading. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, no problem.
It's lovely to meet you guys.
It's nice to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you. I hope to see you in the future.
Yes, ma'am.
Please reach out if you have any questions.
Bye, Tiara.
Hi.
Any other questions on the report? Anything you'd like to see? If you think of things that you would like to see on the report, feel free to email me and I'll put it on there. I have to have this out. There's new rules with the legislature, so I have to have this stuff to city administration roughly a week before. I know that's not the exact numbers for the legislature, but that's when City Hall wants it, so.
Okay, I was just wondering, and I don't necessarily need to see it on the report, I'm just curious, do y'all keep tabs of like how many people came to each event to see if like more are coming each year?
Yeah, we do. It's all broken out, and when we're reporting to the state, we report on age groups. So all of the, from 0 to seniors, it's broken out and reported. So.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
And then on the back of the director's report, Jennifer usually provides like a couple events that happened the previous month. So does anybody else have any questions or comments about the director's report? All right, moving on, we are going on to the annual library happiness survey, which you should have a copy of. And so if you guys just want to take a minute to read through those questions, we'll send this out to a limited number of people? Or?
No, we post it online, so.
Okay,
it's
so
whoever.
anybody can answer?
And we'll have some print copies also. This is just a very, very rough draft of the first one. And then I have included also in your packet, I took the names out of who said it, but the feedback that I've gotten so far from the board. Since we have a lot of new people, I'd like to extend at least one more month the feedback time period so we can get y'all's ideas also.
So if you guys want to look through the questions, typos, if you think a question is like redundant or you think we need to add a question or modify it to get a different result, or what we're trying to, information we're trying to gather with a question, just whatever you guys think.
I have not incorporated all the feedback into the survey yet.
Okay.
When we do post the survey, could we get the city to blast it on their website too?
So I did send some feedback, so you're
Yeah.
saying though that we have more time for.
Yeah, you have more time
'Cause I might
to
have
go
more.
through it.
Yeah.
One real quick comment, and you might have gotten this already, some other feedback, but in 3, I'd just add another checkbox for bathrooms.
Okay, that's a good idea.
For accessible. And question also, when this is available online, are there ways that people who are like visually impaired are able to access it?
I believe that this, if we put it on the website
Yeah.
also, then the city has that in place where
Okay.
it reads the text.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, going off your idea for the bathrooms, should we also include parking lot or landscaping?
Sure.
I think it would be a good idea to have that question asking, if you never come to the library, what is that barrier? And have boxes for like transportation, not like things to keep my kids engaged.
Unaware of it.
Yeah.
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 Which question?
I suggested replacing the, which days do you come to the library with how many days per month do you come to the library? Because I was curious, is there a reason, like, is there specific information you're trying to get out of that day question? Or?
I don't know that we actually discussed the type of information we wanted from that, so I think fleshing it out is a much better idea.
I mean, I guess.
I would be, yeah, I would be
If you ask for
curious.
the day, you could, coordinate staffing numbers,
Mm-hmm.
like on,
Well, and a while ago, and maybe we need to bring this back to, we had a library buddy system. So if we had somebody who came in who needed help getting to where they need to go, or choosing items, that they would have a library buddy. You could just call and somebody from the staff would go up there. That might be something to bring back. I have, for me, since our survey is about accessibility, I have a couple of things that I would like to focus on, and one would be accessibility physically of the library collection, and our public computers. What could we do to enhance those? We have the text to speech or speech to text or whatever, and we have the large print keyboards and stuff like that. But there's got to be something else that we could be providing for that group. And as far, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, so for the people, because I realize that y'all have online sources, so even if they're not able to physically get here, they should be able to access it online if they have internet or able to afford that. I'm sure it's not a large group, but I'm sure there are some people who fall within that group. Do you have maybe a list of like the little libraries that are around Pflugerville? That way we could possibly put some physical copies of books in people's hands?
I
That might
don't,
not-
but that's a great idea. We do have hotspots that we also lend out.
Oh,
So
awesome.
if somebody does not have access to the internet, we try and provide that. But they're
That's
almost
amazing.
always checked out though. Yeah, and we have, we extended, and it was Daniel's great idea during the COVID epidemic, we extended the Wi-Fi out beyond the building. So pretty much most of the library parking lot, I think, people can connect. So people who maybe have mobility issues or maybe have some other issues that would make them hesitant to come into the library.
I've used it when my toddler was a baby and was sleeping. I was like, I'm not waking him up to go in.
And some people don't want to be around other people, so they can use it there. I'm not sure how many people know that we do that. And I
Okay.
think it would be a good thing to get out there. But I also believe that we could be doing a lot more for our community. And so that's what we would like to get from you guys.
I love that. Thank you.
Can we, and maybe this isn't the right place for it, but is it possible to have a question also asking them about library resources that they'd like to see more of, like large print books or braille books or talk to text resources, etc.?
Ooh, or languages
So-
that they would like to see more of in the books.
So if
Okay.
they're reading the question and they don't know what those resources are, how could we phrase the question where they could select them? So have like a list of,
We could do a question where it's like, which of these resources
Yeah.
would you like to see more?
Accessibility.
Audio, yeah.
Yeah.
And
and we were shooting for like 10 questions, I think, so we still have room for like 3 more.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
I feel like overall, just examples or more examples or explanation, because I was looking at this and thinking, well, what did I think I sent the comment, what do we mean by the physical spaces or whatever, as opposed to other things that are listed that may or may not be repetitive, just depending on what you're talking about, and having choices like that to be able to say, because if they don't know what's available at the library, then, you know, and I know a lot of times I get surveys like this for different things, and I'm like, well, I don't even know one, sometimes I don't even know what they mean when they have the answers, but also it's like, well, I don't know what to suggest for changes because I don't know what's already there. Or I don't have ideas myself that, you know, you don't want to be leading people too much in the questions, but just for the context and examples and things like that. So I can look at it more closely and give more feedback, I suppose, but yeah.
Yeah, we could definitely be more detailed in the questions.
Yeah.
We don't want to overwhelm people, but
Exactly, yeah.
we need to make sure that we're getting the information we want. One of the things that I have been going back and forth with is just collection space. You know, we just have very limited space. We have attached shelves to the walls now so that we would have more space. And I've had a lot of people go, well, why don't you just go up a level? And we could, but then you worry about those people that have mobility problems. That, you know, if you're in a wheelchair, it's going to be hard. So we don't want to go too high with that. But we also want to make sure that we are staying within the ADA compliance of, I think it's 36 inches space to turn around.
Okay.
So yeah, that's one of the things also that it doesn't, I guess, have to do with this survey, but it's something I'm going to be picking your brains about, and that is ideas for maximizing the space that we have now.
Okay.
Another question about the survey, once it's final and online, is there going to be other language versions? Like, will they have a Spanish version if they'd like to?
We could, I have native Spanish and Vietnamese speakers on staff.
Okay.
And they've translated a lot of stuff, so we can,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah,
we
that
can
would be
do
great.
All right, well, these are all outstanding ideas.
They are.
I have one more idea.
Yeah,
Sorry.
absolutely.
You also might consider adding like 1 or 2 demographic questions in case you wanted to cut up the data like by age group or gender, or even if you come to the library by yourself or you come with your family or different groups, because in one group like this, you wouldn't have as many options to really dig into what that means. So,
Another idea, and this might just be more for possible event or fundraising information, but because there've been such lovely events for the Renaissance Fair and things like that, maybe asking anyone, are there types of events or groups that you're a member of that you'd love to see events at the library?
I think it's great. We love anything where we can wear a costume. I actually don't have a dress code because I'm like, you can wear a costume, I don't care. Yeah, we could do that.
Awesome.
So we do have one more month to review, check it out. Would you be able to send the changes that we made tonight within like a week or so we can
Yeah.
have the other 3 weeks to review and send in any more feedback, and then we'll vote on it next meeting.
Yeah, I can do that.
do you need question ideas for the track for people who don't come to the library? Do you need question ideas for that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And thank you for extending out so that the new members could have a chance.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Yes,
Appreciate
thank
that.
you.
some of the things that y'all are going to be working on this year also will be going over the library policies, making sure that we are being fair and not targeting anybody, but also making sure that we are keeping our community here safe, that sort of thing. The other thing is the 5-year plan, which we just finished, so I'm not going to make you guys do that until next September, probably.
Okay.
There'll be various things along the way also. On occasion, we have, y'all will be making decisions on like some of the sculptures or artwork that we have at the library out there. Not the stuff that hangs up here. We're a gallery space for local artists, so but it would be more the permanent art pieces that we have, like the pencil and the brain.
So I actually thought of an idea a while back. I don't know if you've ever done it, and I said if I get the chance to let the library, the people who work here know. One of the things, and this is not related to this, but I know y'all do like a book theme of the month, like, oh, well, we have, like, here's all the romance, here's all the different genres of it. Have y'all ever gone up, like, picked kids from the high school and let them tell you what their favorite book is and feature that?
I think Melissa may have, but I will double check with her.
Okay.
She has, well, the library has a teen advisory group, so it's our tag group of teen volunteers that come, and they do a lot of things like deciding what display they would like in that section.
Okay.
But yeah, we could absolutely, let me talk to her, because I'm pretty sure she does that, but I'll double check.
Okay.
Book selections. For our adults, we do a book buzz. Sometimes that is just a recorded one online, but sometimes they're here in person in the library. Maybe we need to do a teen book buzz or something like that.
That'd be cool.
We used to have, Tiara was one of them. Back when Tiara was a teen volunteer here, and another woman who, she's a woman now, she was a girl then, they would do little videos like during COVID, and they were hilarious. They were teens doing book reviews, so yeah.
Awesome.
They
I was about to
did-
say,
they
I'm
also-
an adult, and I will still go into the young adult section. I just
Yeah.
want to
Oh,
be a young
yeah,
adult
yeah,
book.
absolutely. They're still very popular with adults, so, yeah. Okay, these are all fantastic ideas. I will try and get a draft out, what is today, Wednesday? I might be able to do it by Friday, we'll see. I'm not gonna make promises, but I'm gonna aim at Friday. I have some meetings tomorrow. My husband's car got stolen too, so I gotta deal with that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, not here, not in Pflugerville.
That's good
But
to know.
still, yeah.
From Austin, or?
Georgetown, right out of, like, in front of our house. And we have 3 dogs,
Wow.
3 big barky, not a peep out of those dogs, I know.
Those dang dogs.
I'm disappointed. It may have been. I
Get a
think it was
chihuahua.
yeah, I don't know. He had a Kia Soul. They're very easy to steal.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I've been dealing with that, but I will aim for Friday without making an absolute promise.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks.
All right, moving on to our last item on the agenda is the discussion and consideration to elect officers for the library board.
Yep.
So we have 2 positions, chairperson and vice chairperson. And they can be from any members of the board except for the alternate. I'm the outgoing president. I would be more than happy to be president again, but I also welcome anyone else who has an interest in becoming president. So is anybody interested?
I know it seems weird because it's your first meeting, but it's in the charter that we have to do it the first meeting of the year. So, no.
So don't feel like you're put on the spot, but if you feel like it's calling to you.
And what are the responsibilities for the president and the vice, or the chair and the vice chair? Is that what it?
So the chairperson just gets a monthly email from Jennifer on what topics we might want to add to the agenda, to look over the agenda and kind of pre-approve it for the meeting. And then just to run the meeting, like you've seen here tonight, kind of facilitating the discussion between different things like that. And the vice chairperson's duties incorporate anything that the chair isn't able to attend, so they'll step in and kind of be that person as well. For the 5-year plan, like Jennifer was talking about, the chairperson and vice chairperson plus one other board member from the group reviews that, so it's a 3-person review group.
It's a committee that does the initial draft, but then it comes to the board, so everybody has a chance to weigh in on it and give advice.
Okay.
Yep. So, I will now take over the election. Do I have a motion to nominate someone as chair?
I nominate Matt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second.
Okay.
Who said that? I'm sorry.
I did. Jessica and Jocelyn. Okay. And
We vote, or we vote?
we can vote on them
Well,
both, I think, at the
Are
end.
there any other nominations?
Oh, yes, you're right. Are there any other nominations? No? Okay.
Carry on, fearless leader.
Do I have a nomination for vice chair?
Is there already a vice chair who is serving?
She turned out, so she was,
Oh.
yeah, so that's just an open spot.
I'd be interested if nobody else is.
I nominate Holly Hayes.
I second.
Okay,
I'm
great.
gonna nominate Jocelyn.
No, thank you.
All right.
Okay, so you don't want the nomination?
No, I'm more of a background worker.
Okay, so the motions on the floor right now are no, it's not Jocelyn. Matt for chair. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? No? Okay. I need to read my Robert's Rules of Order. I'm really bad at this. Okay, so for vice chair, we have Holly for the vice chair. Everyone want to vote on that?
Yes.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, anybody opposed? Okay, well, now we have our new peeps.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. I would like to say that I'll get better at remembering things like that, but that's not going to happen. But I won't get upset if somebody reminds me of things. So. Okay.
All right, so that's all our agenda items. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
All right, second?
Seconded.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. We'll see you guys next month.
Thank you.